I'm Eric Naso with Newsshooter.com, and I'm here with John and Craig. How you guys doing from FilmConvert?
We're great, yeah.
And we got a cool new product today, right?
That's right. Well, we're calling it an early proof of concept. It's not quite a product yet, but we have a test bench suite here for something we call CineMatch.
And what is CineMatch for?
CineMatch is for filmmakers who face the horrible problem of matching cameras after you go shoot an event. If you shoot on any more than one camera, you'll know that cameras all have slightly different color profiles, and CineMatch is a way of basically matching all of those in post really quickly, easily, and eventually automatedly.
Fantastic. Now, is this a product that people have been sort of asking you about, or how did you even decide to approach this?
We've it grows out of FilmConvert, which some of you people may be familiar with out there. FilmConvert is film emulation software which makes digital camera footage with specific profiles for each cameras look more like film stocks. CineMatch builds on the same technology, but instead of matching to film stocks, it matches to other cameras.
And we have this problem a lot. I mean, everybody's using lesser cameras like an A7R II with maybe, an Arri Alexa, and you're going to want to match these cameras.
Exactly, and it's proliferating more and more as people shoot projects on more cameras. And now you throw into the mix, you've got drones, you've got iPhones, other mobile devices, you've got action cams, crash cams. If you're doing, say, a wedding, you might have kind of a two-man band. You might have an A camera and then somebody going around B cam footage, but you might also have a drone. You might also have some handheld footage. You might want to ask the people who are there to shoot stuff and then incorporate all that footage in. And then on top of that, you have picture styles. So you've got S-Log, C-Log, all your different flavors of picture style. So you might end up with footage from product, even if it was only shot on 2 or 3 cameras, but you might have 6, 7, 8 different flavors of footage that you've all got to match and all have slightly different characteristics. CineMatch understands and has profiles for every single one of those picture styles, so morphing them and basically merging them all together into one target profile is what the software does.
This is very good. So do we think we should just jump in here and do a demo, and you can talk us through how it works?
Yep, sure. So what we did was we went out to Wellington, which is where in New Zealand, where FilmConvert's based, and we shot a bunch of test scenes with a camera rig with 3 cameras mounted on it. We did the Panasonic GH5, the Fuji X-T2, and the Sony A7S, and we threw an iPhone in the mix just for the hell of it. And we shot the same scene under same lighting conditions. All that we did to the cameras was white balance them, so exactly what you would do if you're out kind of shooting, run and gun kind of situation. And then we took the footage into our test suite here, which you can see on the screen, and we're going to show you how quickly and easily you can match this footage. So on the left-hand side, we've got an A and B, but on the left-hand side you'll see image from the GH5. On the right-hand side you will see image from the X-T2, and you should see a kind of a split in the screen there. And we'll have Craig's just matching them up now with a couple little sliders. And you're basically done.
Now, this is obviously kind of a proof of concept right now. This is like we're looking in the back side of this software in a way, right?
That's right, yeah.
It's going to be a lot more user-friendly and almost like a one kind of a click method.
That's the idea, yeah. It's going to be a plug-in version for Premiere Pro initially, and then we'll be obviously branching out to the other editors. But what we want to do is eventually automate away a lot of those corrections like the color temperature, tint, and exposure, just using information that we find in the scene to match those. So yeah, the eventual, you'll bring your footage in off your SD card, you'll select it all, you'll hit match, choose your target camera and hit match, and that'll go through and adjust all your footage, and you're ready to jump in and edit.
Okay, so Craig, you just did a match for us right now, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So let's talk me through, John, talk me and show me what the match is and how it kind of worked out.
So what we'll do is we'll just jump back to the bypass version. So this is the, you can see the split there, and we'll just do the A-B reverse. So you can see A and B, and you can see those images look quite different, even though they're shot under same lighting conditions, white balance, but you can see, what we've learned from doing this is just how different cameras can record exactly the same scene in the same lighting. It is really, the camera manufacturers are all doing their own kind of special sauce in the color science. And what we've done with CineMatch is basically reverse engineer that out to find out how are they different, why are they different, how can we make them look more the same. And so when the bypass is removed, you can see the split there. This is just with no adjustments. Do you want to just reset the adjustments? Okay, so this is with CineMatch applied, but no adjustments. And you can see already you're getting pretty close in terms of colors. Obviously, the exposure on the wall is still a little bit different, but you're already vastly in the right ballpark for matching. And then what CineMatch will eventually do is automatically kind of take those those controls into effect as well. What we have here is a couple of just manual sliders just to see how close we can get. These aren't just generic controls either. These are the exposure, the color temperature, and the tint are all based on the response curves of the specific camera. So it's adjusting the way that camera actually responds to color and light. So it's a lot more fine-grained, and it's a lot better matching than you would get just by using a generic Lumetri or kind of other color tool.
And so, as far as if you're an editor, I mean, let's go backwards a little bit. If you're the photographer and you know you have this software, like say you already own it, you bought it, you want to pre-plan your shooting when you're using multiple cameras. So what would you do? Would you want to make sure your white balance is correct for all the cameras, just and get you in the ballpark at least? Say set all your cameras at 5600 and light for that, and go from there, or is it just like, is there a process before that? If they're not matched, do you want to color balance first your look? Or talk to me a little bit about that, because we know it can be all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, really, we want to empower filmmakers to make films as the way they want to, so follow their own workflow, and we'll support that. And so basically, white balancing is about the only step you need to do, which is part of everyone's kind of workflow already. So make sure they're all set up at roughly the same color temperature, whether you use a chart for that, whether you just kind of eyeball it. As long as you get in the right kind of zone, CineMatch is actually going to take care of the rest for you.
Fantastic. What are we thinking about retail price-wise and availability?
We're still working on that. We're going to be doing a lot of, at the stage after NAB is we're going to start reaching out to users for beta testing, and also to talk about workflow, like how do they want to use this, where do they see it fitting into their workflow, and pricing is going to be something we're going to be asking to them. It's not going to be astronomical, but we'll let you know in November, which is when it's due to release.
Okay, and like I said, we want the viewers to know that this is not what the program is going to look like. We're looking at it in sort of the back end of it right now.
Exactly, yeah. This is our kind of test bench suite where we can load in images. Obviously, it's going to work on motion, on video as well. These are stills that are extracted from the video. And yeah, the manual controls will be there if you need them, but they're going to be hidden, abstracted away. The idea is that you're going to be able to press the match button, and it's going to give you 95%, 99% match between your two images straight out of the box.
All right, sounds great. Thanks a lot, John.